Welcome to the craziest cultural crash course you've ever seen. Today we're jetting off to the land of samba, sunshine, and shocking surprises. Buckle up, because we're diving deep into the wild world of taboos in Brazil. We're talking things that'll make your eyebrows shoot up faster than a raw caipirinha, from the land of only women to beautiful nudist beaches. We're gonna shatter all your expectations. But it doesn't stop there. We'll also be uncovering some insane traditions that'll leave you saying, what in the world? Get ready for things you won't believe exist. From the strangest beer drinking habits to what happens where you're late for a date. So, are you ready to be shocked, amazed, and maybe even a little grossed out? Then hit that subscribe button and get ready for a wild ride through the wacky world of Brazilian taboos. Let's go. It's forbidden to go to Snake Island, blessed by nature for beautiful scenery. However, Ilha de Coimbra Grande Island in Brazil is the leading habitat of the world's most venomous snakes. Ilha de Coimbra Grande Island, located off the coast of Brazil, also known as Snake Island, is one of the most dangerous lands in the world. The island is quite large, about 430,000 square meters, with an average density of 5 poisonous snakes per 1 square meter of land. The land is a terror for fishermen passing through here. Because there are no predators on the ground, the snakes stranded on Snake Island reproduce uncontrollably. According to estimates, on the island there are about 2,000 to 4,000 golden spearhead vipers and many other types of extremely poisonous snakes. You need to know that a bite from a yellow-headed cobra can kill an adult with many symptoms such as pain, swelling, vomiting, bruising, internal bleeding, kidney failure, brain hemorrhage, and leading to serious muscle necrosis after only 2 hours. Their nature has left Snake Island uninhabited. The family of the lighthouse keeper on the island was the last person to appear on the island in 1920. It is said that snakes snuck into the house through the windows and killed the entire ill-fated family. According to legend, snakes first appeared here because of pirates. To protect the safety of buried treasures on the island, ancient pirates released many poisonous snakes here. However, this is still a big question, because when the owner of the above treasure returns, they also have to face a nightmare called poisonous snakes because of the level of danger. Brazilian government has banned people from setting foot on this island. The government strictly controls visits to Ilha da Coimbra Grande. Currently, only the Navy in this country and researchers or videographers to maintain the lighthouse, as well as learn about the pristine ecosystem. Extremely unique on this dangerous island. It's forbidden to show discomfort with food. Not every food in the world you can eat, especially when you come to a new place. However, even if it's difficult to eat, you should not show your unpleasant attitude, because Brazilians hate this. In Brazilian culture, they are very respectful of all food. In addition, people in this South American country are taboo about using their hands to eat food. They use knives and forks to eat. Their eating habit is to hold the fork in their left hand and the knife in their right hand. For adults, eating ice cream and chewing gum on the street while walking is considered rude. If you want to eat sandwiches, hamburgers, pizza, and fried chicken, you must use paper towels to pick up the food and even use a knife and fork to cut a pizza. It's forbidden to flaunt your wealth. You may not know that Brazil has one of the highest crime rates in the world. Therefore, showing off personal assets and showing off wealth is considered one of the taboos in Brazil that you should absolutely avoid. When going out, keep all valuable jewelry such as rings and necklaces at home with a phone or camera. You should keep it in your pocket and keep it carefully to prevent bad guys. In some areas in Brazil, tourists don't even dare to take out their phones to make contact. There are a lot of crimes here, especially robberies. Therefore, it is important to always be careful and avoid showing off valuables in public places, especially in areas with low security levels. Always focus on your own safety. Don't attract unnecessary attention by showing off your positions or valuables when you visit public places in Brazil. Do not enter the slums. This is the most important rule to keep you safe when coming to this country, because the slums here are controlled by illegal criminal gangs. The fact that a stranger suddenly wandered into their territory seemed like a big threat, and you will most likely encounter danger. On YouTube today, there are still many videos with titles like images that cannot be shown on TV, and most of those images come from Brazil. Accurately, the face face of this multi-ethnic country. Countless videos of hostage kidnappings end in bloody images where the only solution is for the police to find an opportunity to shoot a sniper at the perpetrator's death spot, the center of the forehead. But the police cannot always shoot so accurately, and if there is a mistake, the hostage is one of who suffers the worst consequences. But in Brazil, that solution is extremely normal, and the Brazilian police force is always complained of being terribly incompetent and corrupt. Stopping cars with guns and shooting victims in broad daylight, rob them is also a common occurrence in Brazil, as if people had to brush their teeth when they wake up. At the same time, Brazilian police are just as dangerous as that country's criminals when they are ready to stop a normal person in the middle of the night, take off their shoes, take a beating and whip them several times on the soles of their feet, and then harass him for some money before letting the subject go in panic. They cling to very simple excuses. In a land of only women, single guys take out a pen and paper and write down this address. Right away, I'm sure it will be paradise for you. No matter how long you've been lonely, here you will definitely find your other half. I would like to introduce the town of Noiva de Cordeiro, where there are many beautiful young Brazilian women inviting single men to live because most of the local men are married. The town of Noiva de Cordeiro in southeastern Brazil is almost exclusively female. It is located about 90 kilometers from the capital Belo Horizonte, Minas Gerais state, and is famous for its many beautiful women. When mentioning the town of Noiva de Cordeiro in Brazil, most people think of a place full of beautiful and cheerful girls. This place is famous as more than 90% of the people are women. Of the 600 women, about 300 are of working age and unmarried. Here, men over 18 years old will go out to make a living and only a few come home on weekends. Women were forced to shoulder the town's work themselves due to the lack of men. The situation caused some girls to call for single men to come live. In the town of Noiva de Cordeiro, the people are almost feminist. Women are responsible for all areas of life from farming to construction, planning or religion. Together, they built a prosperous town without the need for men. Of course, there are still some men living here, but the number is very small and they don't do any important work. Some people are husbands but only appear at home a few times a year. After information about the town thirsty for a husband was published in the media, many boys expressed their excitement. However, it's not because they're unmarried that the girls in Noiva de Cordeiro are easygoing. They also have a strict condition set for their other half. Men who come to town looking for wives also need to know how to wash dishes, do laundry, cook, and clean the toilet. Here everything must be equal. To this day, the town of Noiva de Cordeiro is still one of the most special places in the world, with old women who have never kissed anyone. Being late is considered a beautiful culture. Surely you remember the crazy feeling of having to wait for someone during appointments. Someone who is late makes everyone hate them. But in Brazil, if you are the one who arrives early, you are the one who is discriminated against by society. A writer writing about Brazil once said, "People who are in a hurry will feel miserable when they come to Brazil." This is not wrong because local people often do not show up on time for appointments and always arrive very late. BBC reporter Lucy Bryson had an unforgettable experience when she was invited to a party in Rio de Janeiro. Lucy arrived at the host house a few minutes after the invited time and was surprised because the living room was still littered with unpicked food bags. The host appeared after taking a shower and jokingly said, "I'm not ready yet." Due to their leisurely life is a bitch attitude combined with the congested traffic situation in Brazil or simply stopping to talk a friend in the middle of the street. Locals do not expectations, also do not appreciate punctuality in communication. Party plans are often affected by the above situation, so the party host considers it a polite attitude to hold the party later than the party opening time. That has become an unwritten law in Brazil, most clearly shown in the city of Rio de Janeiro. However, the Brazilians also draw a line in arriving late. They will try to arrive on time when going to meetings and business meetings because it is not part of social events, festivals, or meeting friends, where they just arrive at any time and are at least 30 minutes late invited. Nudist Beaches. Brazilian authorities are very strict with acts considered harassing or obscene, but they let nudist beach operate extremely comfortably. Brazil has up to 8 official nudist beaches scattered in 5 states: Espírito Santo, Rio de Janeiro, and Santa Catarina. The most famous is Praia del Tambaba, the oldest nudist beach since 1991 with a very eye-catching landscape. Many tourists seem quite strange when going to nudist beach in Brazil. However, that is quite normal for people here. Nude beaches are often places where people can feel comfortable being naked. However, attention to privacy and respect is important. Don't take photos or videos of others without consent. Respect other people's privacy as you would want to earn theirs. Don't drink beer alone. In Brazilian culture, drinking beer is often associated with social connection and interaction with others. Drinking beer is often seen to create a space to communicate, share, and connect with friends, family, or colleagues. They are party lovers and cannot drink alcohol alone. For them, enjoying beer often comes with sharing stories and creating a vibrant social environment. With a bottle of beer, about 700 male Brazilians often pour out a small cup for themselves and pour out other cups to invite people around them, even strangers. It seems that this cultural feature makes Brazil become the world's leading beer and alcohol consumer. The celebration of events such as carnival, festivals, and other social events is often accompanied by the consumption of beer and wine, creating a fun and enjoyable atmosphere for everyone. The combination of a strong social culture and the diversity of the beer market has contributed to the popularity and consumption of beer and wine in Brazil.